Kane is a man-possessed...
Oh, sorry, I left it
on. Damn it.
That was my fault.
Who put a question mark on the teleprompter? That's what that
He
felt
reads
like.
literally everything we make him.
For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
That's literally what that felt like. Holy shit.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a brand new episode of Royally Rumbled's 2008 Universe Mode. We are your hosts. My name is Jordan.
I'm Robert, and it is December week 2. That means we are just 2 weeks away from Armageddon.
Yeah, Robert, last week your main event was set. So maybe I was thinking the SmackDown main event should be an Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
Yes! I'm down for that.
The 6 men that were in the 6-man tag from last week will be in the 6-man Hell in a Cell match at Armageddon.
That's going to be a crazy match, and I can't wait for that. But we have some stuff to get through before we can get to Armageddon. We got to build to it. So why don't we go to Monday Night Raw and start things up?
Louisville, Kentucky, right?
Beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. Does the cheap pop work in this format?
I feel like it should, right? If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, and you're excited to see Monday Night Raw, let us know in the comments below.
Please. In our first match of the night, Mark Henry, who ate the fall in last week's tag team match, gets a shot at redemption against the man who pinned him, Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler fires out of the corner at the bell and immediately drops Henry with a neckbreaker. Ziggler mashed him out before locking in a headstand headlock. Henry has had enough and smashes Ziggler with a clothesline. Henry beats him down and then sends him flying with a flapjack. Mark Henry slows the match down, keeping Ziggler off his feet before going for a pin. Ziggler kicks out at 1. Ziggler lets Louisville know exactly what he thinks of their city before crashing into Mark Henry, sending both men to the floor on the outside. They battle out there before Mark Henry takes charge and tosses Ziggler in. The world's strongest man takes complete control with huge power moves that keep Ziggler down. Henry tops off the sequence with a huge belly-to-belly suplex. He stays on the offensive and then goes for a pin, but Ziggler is able to stay alive. Morrison hops up on the apron, grabbing Henry's attention, giving Ziggler a perfect window to regain the advantage. Ziggler drops Henry with a Famouser. It looks like Henry may have a broken nose. Ziggler doesn't go for a cover, he instead lines up for a zigzag, and no! Mark Henry slips out and snatches Ziggler up for a world's strongest slam. Henry holds for the pin and Ziggler is done. Huge solo victory for the world's strongest alpha males. In our second bout, the Viper Randy Orton goes one-on-one with JBL. This one is about settling a score from last week's main event match where JBL was punt kicked out of the Battle Royal. Before the bell rings, JBL offers a handshake to Orton. Orton hesitated for just a second and JBL throws a nasty right hook and blasts Orton in the jaw. JBL jumps out early with a huge big boot and some grappling to keep Orton down. Orton reverses and drops JBL with a clothesline. Orton is laser focused, drilling JBL with everything he's got, including a nice suplex. Trying to outdo himself, he lands a devastating superplex on JBL and goes for a pin, but JBL stays alive. Orton is 100% in control, guillotining JBL on the bottom rope. Orton drills JBL with a Thez press, a reverse DDT, and another pin attempt, but JBL kicks out again. Orton takes JBL apart limb by limb before locking him into a hangman's DDT. The Viper coils and strikes with an RKO. Pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Orton wins. Randy Orton absolutely handles JBL, proving that on Monday Night Raw, the 3 most dangerous letters remain RKO. Match 3 is a singles bout from our tag division, with Shad Gaspard facing Lance Cade. Cade pops Shad with a dropkick to start things off, laying in the boots and maybe doing an impression of one half of the current World Tag Team Champions here. Shad cuts him off with a nice sidewalk slam. Cade whips Shad and nails him with a dropkick. Cade goes for a quick cover, but Shad kicks out. Cade is just quicker than Shad and is always able to get the jump. Shad dodges a corner dropkick but gets clobbered with a clothesline instead. Cade chokes him out on the bottom rope, and not Charles Robinson is forced to count. Lance Cade is feeling himself here and goes for another cover, but Shad kicks out immediately. Shad attacks the legs of Cade, trying to slow him down, but Cade again reversed the grapple attempt and lands another dropkick. Cade stays on the offensive and lands a stalling power slam on his opponent, despite Shad holding a huge weight advantage. Cade lines Shad up, spinebuster, pin attempt, 1, 2, no! Shad gets the shoulder up again. The match breaks down into a brawl before Cade again goes for a pin and Shad again kicks out at 2. Shad gets whipped into the corner and eats a splash. He recovers and lands a recoil. Thugnificent! Here we go. 1, 2, no! Cade stays alive. Shad is pissed. He tosses Cade around like a ragdoll and blasts him with a punch to the face. Cade gets his feet and delivers another stalling power slam. Shad gets to his feet and reverses a grapple attempt, but Cade tosses him out of the ring. Cade hits Shad with an elbow and they duke it out before Shad sprints back into the ring. Cade hotshots him with the top rope and drops him with a reverse DDT. Cade beats him down some more and goes for another unsuccessful pin attempt. Shad gets to his feet and delivers Thugnificent and makes the pin for the victory. Huge win for Shad and Crime Time. This next match is very interesting. I put on my Teddy Long suit and said, now hold on a minute, playa. We've got Checkmate taking on Kofi Kingston and CM Punk in a tag team match. And it looks like World Heavyweight Champion Triple H will be in their corner to even the odds. Umaga and CM Punk kick things off, Punk swinging wildly with strikes before getting blasted by a thrust kick from Umaga. They go back and forth before Umaga grabs Punk by the face and throws him across the ring. Umaga stays on top, dropping Punk with a huge clothesline before dragging him to the corner and tagging in the #1 contender. Kane keeps Punk down and then goes into business for himself, dropping not Charles Robinson. Punk and Kofi dig into their tag team moves, and Punk tosses Kofi from the top rope into a crossbody on Kane. Kane is able to gain control, but only momentarily once Kofi catches him off guard in the corner. Kofi tries to get a unicorn stampede going, but Kane slides out before any damage can be done. Kofi follows him out, but is immediately hoisted onto Kane's shoulder and dropped face first onto the steel steps, and then smashes his face off of the apron for good measure. Kane tried to land some strikes a la his brother, but Kofi stops the barrage. Kane is pissed. He tosses Kofi into the barricade and rains fists down on him. Kofi is able to get into the ring to break the count, and Kane follows. Kane tosses Kofi into the corner, and oh my god, Umaga lifts Kofi up and suplexes him from the ring to the outside. Good lord! Kane calls for the end and then drops Kofi with a belly to belly. This doesn't even feel like a tag team bout. This feels like a message. Kofi and Kane brawl outside until Kane tosses him back into the ring. Kofi makes a desperate tag to CM Punk. CM Punk has the rest advantage here and starts trying to cut Kane down. Punk knocks Kane off his feet with a clothesline and then gets a huge big boot. Punk goes for the cover, but Kane kicks out immediately. Punk delivers elbow strikes to Kane's neck and then sizes him up. Kane gets distracted by Kofi on the outside and Punk drops him with a jawbreaker. Kane slaps the taste out of Punk's mouth as it appears Regal has slid a chair into the ring. Kane chokes Punk in his corner before dropping him with a massive choke slam. Pin attempt, 1, 2, no. Punk kicks out. Punk and Umaga lock up, which gives Kane an opening to choke bomb Punk. Kane is a man possessed against Punk here, eventually reversing a suplex attempt into one of his own. Kane goes to the top rope. He leaps, but no! CM Punk catches Kane midair. Go to sleep. Punk goes for the cover, but not Charles Robinson doesn't make the call, and Umaga breaks it up. Kofi slaps Umaga and drops the Intercontinental Champion with an SOS. Punk locks in the Muda lock. CM Punk has tapped out the number 1 contender with Triple H at ringside.
So CM Punk tapped Kane out. Do you think Triple H's mind games might have gotten to checkmate?
I think him being out there ringside threw off their whole game plan. They thought probably that they just had the two of them where they wanted him and Regal was going to get involved. You saw he threw the chair in there, but it wound up not being much of anything, as obviously CM Punk has tapped Kane out.
Now, as big as that is, your main event's going to be even bigger because the Women's Championship is on the line. Mickie James did not have to defend her title at Survivor Series.
No, she did not.
But is about to defend her title right now.
Yeah, you know, where she won at Survivor Series technically. So...
Well, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure the record books indicate a draw
at Survivor Series. Anyway, Mickie James has lost 2 straight singles matches to Ashley Massaro. So if you beat the champion, you have to get a title shot. I feel like that's only fair. So this is it. Ashley gets the shot in the main event of Raw. Let's head to the ring. Bing, bing, bing.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Women's title, main eventing Raw. Thanks, JoJo. And here she is, the number 1 contender for the Women's Championship, someone who's been on a roll here in 2008 as of late, Ashley Massaro.
Yeah, she's got 2 straight non-title victories over Mickie James. There's no way I couldn't give her this match.
I'm very interested to see what she makes of this opportunity for herself. The new Ashley model looks fantastic, by the way.
She does.
But here, she's got a task ahead of her because it is potentially the best woman superstar in all of our 2008 universe mode. I say potentially because she didn't actually beat Molina at Survivor Series.
But anyone with 2 eyes knows that she did. So there's Mickie James, the women's champion.
And Mickie also looking fairly confident, I would say. Of course, Mickie James winning the women's championship from Michelle McCool. Didn't have to defend that title at Survivor Series, like we said. There was the controversial Iron Woman finish. But here, you're putting the title on the line. It's going against someone who deserves it. 2 fan favorites here. We got Ashley, we got Mickie. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen here in the main event of Monday Night Raw.
Well, we're not going to have to wait much longer. Or we are.
We still got intros, brother.
Introducing the challenger.
Here we go.
From New York City, Ashley.
Ashley keeps the hat on in the matches. She does not remove the hat, you know.
It's probably for the best. I think her hair is just like greasy or something.
From Richmond, Virginia.
I would say hats off to her, but obviously
the
that's not applicable.
WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James.
You see the sign in the crowd, beauty and brains, and that describes Mickie James, our women's champion. Let's see if she has another successful title defense in her.
Handing the title over to not Charles Robinson, making the trek across the ring, showing the challenger, and now raising it up for the camera for everyone in the Royally Rumbled universe to see. That's what it's all about.
It is. That's what it's all about for the women on Raw. Look at this. Another show of sportsmanship here, just like last week.
After the match, Ashley and Mickie shaking hands. But wow, the bell rings and the gloves are off. Mickie James showing how serious she is about this.
Damn. Mickie James not above rearranging another woman's face.
Kick to the back from Ashley. And like I said before, this is a new Ashley model that we were able to snag before the servers for 2K19 shut down.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Very happy about this.
Damn.
DDT
from Ashley. Oh, Mickie with an Irish whip in the corner. Nobody home. Damn.
And Ashley able to capitalize, and
Oh,
now
here we
into
go,
a
pin.
quick cover, title on the line. And Mickie able to kick out.
Not even one.
But it shows the dedication. Both of these women want to be the women's champion.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for Ashley. I think the biggest she's had in the 2008 universe thus far.
By far, absolutely. Big pop-up Hurricane Rana there.
Mickie seems to be a little bit off of it. I don't know. I mean, obviously with that move there, but she's been kind of getting handled so far.
Yeah, Mickey's had a rough go of it the last few weeks. I mean, she did not win at Survivor Series. I'm going to stress that again. Cover.
Cover quick. One.
She lost to Ashley last week, so what's got to be going through the women's champion's head?
She just needs to win the match in front of her, and right now it does not look to be promising as Ashley is taking it to her with bitch slaps and kicks.
Oh my God, gets her up against the ropes. Oh, just pulling that arm against that middle rope there. And now a cover.
One. Another one count. Mickie James will not stay down.
And Ashley got to figure out a game plan here. Oh, and a vicious drop kick to the lower spine.
Nice.
Regal cutter.
Nicely applied.
We've seen Mickie hit that before.
And we got a pin. One.
Not enough. This match
Ashley
continues. Oh, but Ashley with the back elbow.
Look at this. Damn.
What a fantastic tilt-a-whirl head scissors takedown. Mickey's reeling. Ashley taunts. Vicious knee strike.
Oh my God. Right here to the outside, right in front of us. Damn.
I think Mickie James realizes that her championship may be in trouble here.
Yeah, Mickie going to slightly more extreme measures to make sure that she could secure this victory. Getting her back in the ring.
Mickie back in the ring at a count of 6.
Connect with something. Oh no.
Ashley, wait a minute. Oh, but Mickie counters again. Punch to the back.
Oh, Mick kick. Mick kick. Here it is. We've got a Mick DT motion. And a victory coming up. Oh no. Oh no.
Ashley countered. What a counter to that Mick DT. Ashley now gets her in the corner. Knee to the gut.
Ooh. She's going for it. She's calling for the elbow.
We saw this last week.
Boom.
Elbow drop.
We might have a new women's champion on our hands. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ashley Massaro, your new Raw Women's Champion.
What a moment. Ashley, she's done it. She beat Mickie James not once, not twice, but 3 times. What's got to be going through the head of the new women's champion?
Vindication? Like, how many more times does she have to prove it?
There we saw precious seconds wasted by Mickie James. She was kind of off of her game.
There she is, the new women's champion. Let's see her get the title handed to her. She's fought so hard in 2008 to get to this moment.
What a match, and what a moment. Ashley Massaro, your new Raw Women's Champion.
So huge title change in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Ashley Massaro, your new women's champion. But Mickie James she's in a very desolate place right now, and she needs to figure a way out.
I was going to say, I don't know what's next for Mickie James. Obviously a title rematch at some point, but what a moment for Ashley.
Huge moment. But we got some other things to tend to, like Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, and speaking of title changes, last week we saw Christian become the new United States champion. And I heard that The Miz wanted some time to talk at the beginning of the show, so
great.
Let's find out what he had to say.
Wonderful.
Let's hear from the former United States champion for the first time since losing his title.
Last week, I was robbed when my United States Championship was stolen from me. All week, I was trying to get in touch with SmackDown management to rectify this situation before I take legal action. I successfully retained my championship at a record-breaking pay-per-view event, and for that, my reward is being forced into another title match? Not even a full week later? Milwaukee, I don't know if you know this, but Christian isn't even an American.
It appears we have ourselves in quite the pickle here, Michael. May I call you Michael?
No, you may not.
Michael, it's rude to interrupt people.
Stop calling.
See, Michael, I beat you last week because I was and am the better man here. You found every excuse in the book to hold on to this title for as long as you did, and now that you've lost, you're gonna need to accept reality.
Oh, I need to accept reality. No, you need a reality check, and I'll be the one to give it to you. I'm entitled to my championship rematch.
You know what? Why don't we get a referee out here and we put the United States Championship on the line right now?
Whoa. Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not wasting my rematch right now. I'm not even dressed to compete. I'll take that championship back when I'm ready. I'm certainly not wrestling in a dumpster fire of a town that is Milwaukee. But since you're here and ready for a fight, I'm sure someone in the back wants to kick your ass.
Suddenly, Shelton Benjamin's music hits and he makes his way out from the back. It appears as though he's ready for action against the leader of the Christian Coalition, so why not? Shelton takes Christian down and takes him off his feet with an arm drag. He then continues to work his arm, dropping a leg across the left arm of the United States champion. Christian is able to sweep Shelton's leg and locks in an armbar of his own. Shelton gets back to his feet and rocks Christian with a right hand. He backs him up and sends him off the ropes before dropping Christian with a spine buster. Shelton floats over and covers, but Christian gets out at one. Christian counters Shelton and connects with a spinning back elbow before Shelton counters Christian again, choking him against the ropes. The premier athlete begins wrenching on Christian's arm again, targeting the bicep. As Christian stands up, Shelton locks in a small package. 1, 2, 2, no! Christian barely kicks out before countering Shelton and dropping him with a back elbow. Christian locks in another armbar before ascending to the top rope and connecting with a frog splash. He covers. 1, no! Shelton kicks out. Christian is stunned along with everyone in the crowd. As Shelton sells up from the ropes, Christian catches him and guillotines Shelton across the bottom rope. As Shelton gets back to his feet, he goes for a super kick, but Christian is too quick and hits Shelton with a swinging neckbreaker. Christian calls for and connects with a kill switch. He covers Shelton. 1, 2, 3. The United States champion picks up another impressive win this week. Captain Charisma is on a roll. Last week, Batista defeated Tyson Kidd in singles action. Tonight, Batista and Lashley join forces once again in an attempt to secure another tag team championship opportunity. Batista kicks off the match by gorilla press slamming Smith. He then tries to rip Smith's head off before the animal takes a moment to taunt. Well, precious moments wasted because Smith is able to counter and he drops a leg across the chest of Batista. He throws Batista off the ropes and grounds him with a back body drop. Batista counters Smith and drops him with a big boot, followed by an elbow drop. Smith is able to reverse Batista and lands a vicious powerbomb. He doesn't go for a pin, instead, he sends him into the corner and tags out to his partner. Tyson Kidd takes the fight directly to Batista as the action spills to the outside, where the tag team champion begins taunting to the crowd while the fight rages on. Kidd sends Batista back into the ring and sends him into the corner, only to miss a clothesline. Batista is able to tag in Lashley, and they perform a double gutbuster to Tyson Kidd. Kidd reverses and delivers a tilt-a-whirl head scissors to Lashley, who has to retreat from the ring to gather himself. But once he gets back in, he drops Tyson Kidd with a clothesline in the corner. Kidd attempts to charge at Lashley, but he just pushes him out of mid-air. Lashley drops Kidd with a full Nelson slam and an elbow drop. He goes to pull Kidd to his feet, but Kidd counters with a jawbreaker and a clothesline in the corner. Kidd tags out to Smith, who drops Lashley with another clothesline. He then taunts to the crowd. These two teams are really showing off. Smith is countered by Lashley, who then lifts him up and holds him above his head before slamming him down to the mat with a delayed vertical suplex. Tag to Kidd, who lays Lashley out with a reverse suplex. He immediately follows it up with a spinning fisherman neckbreaker. Kidd rallies and delivers his flipping neckbreaker. He covers. 1, 2, no! Bobby Lashley escapes. Lashley's able to counter Kidd and sends him into the corner. Lashley and Batista are able to hit an assisted Batista bomb on Tyson Kidd. As Batista makes the cover, 1, 2, 3. With this victory, Batista and Bobby Lashley have secured themselves another tag team championship match at Armageddon against the Hart Dynasty. But which team will leave the pay-per-view with the gold? Last week, Victoria interrupted the Divas champion, and the two competitors couldn't contain their aggression towards each other. It's time for a rematch. The bell rings and Victoria blasts Molina with a kick and throws her into the corner, where she unleashes an assault on the Divas champion. She goes for a cover, getting a 1 count before Molina kicks out. Victoria picks Molina up and drops her face first with a suplex. She goes back to continuing the damage, but Molina is able to counter, knocking Victoria into the ropes, sending her off and connecting with a spear. She covers, but Victoria powers out at 1. Molina delivers a big kick to the midsection of Victoria, and as she goes to continue her attack, she's cut off with a clothesline. Victoria then proceeds to kick Molina while she's down, and sends her into the corner to cut her in half with a shoulder block. Molina pushes Victoria off for a moment before Victoria hits a snapmare. Molina counters again with a back elbow and then quickly takes Victoria off of her feet with a head scissors. Molina attempts to trap Victoria in a headlock, but Victoria counters out and into her arachnophobia backbreaker. 1, 2, no! Molina kicks out. Victoria wastes no time as she immediately picks up the champion and delivers the Black Widow to successfully pin the champion. Look at that. Seems like we have ourselves a Divas Championship match at Armageddon. With just 2 weeks before the Armageddon Hell in a Cell, 4 of those 6 competitors take part in a tag team match. The match opens with Edge landing a massive DDT on Michaels. HBK quickly counters Edge, throwing him over with an arm drag. HBK sends Edge into his corner as Edge sells out. HBK hits a big gutbuster before tagging out to John Cena. Cena taunts to the crowd as Edge counters. He tags in Big Show, who delivers a massive chop to the skull. Cena counters and goes for a DDT, but Big Show refuses and throws Cena overhead. He locks in a modified camel clutch, but Cena trips Show up and escapes. Big Show continues to push Cena into the corner, delivering a hip attack. Cena pushes Big Show off and tries to tag out to his partner, but Big Show counters and spears Shawn off the apron. He then drops Cena with a sidewalk slam and covers, but Cena gets the shoulder up at 2. Cena then knocks Big Show back and gets a hot tag to Shawn Michaels. HBK runs at Show and tries to knock him down with a forearm, but Show doesn't even drop. HBK nips up and tries to wear Big Show down. He rocks him with a forearm but misses a drop kick. Big Show attempts to take advantage, but Shawn escapes again and finally is able to chop the Big Show down with a DDT. Cover 1. No, Big Show is easily able to escape after 1 and catches Shawn with a backbreaker. He then pummels Shawn before Shawn lands a kick, knocking Big Show back, but it only stuns him momentarily. Big Show's right there to drop Shawn with a massive sidewalk slam. He follows it up with a spear. Big Show readies himself for a WMD, decking the Heartbreak Kid and covering him for the pin. 1, 2, no! John Cena's in to break up the pin attempt. Big Show locks in a camel clutch on Michaels, which Michaels is able to counter, but as he goes for another DDT, Show counters and tags in Edge. The Rated R Superstar connects with a spear in the corner and follows it up by making a quick tag to the Big Show. Both men double team the former WWE Champion until Edge hits a sit-out powerbomb on HBK. Shoulders down, 1, wait, here's Cena to break it up. Big Show takes Cena out with a facebuster as Edge and Michaels continue to fight in the ring. Michaels tunes up the band in the corner and somehow avoids the clutches of the Big Show. He delivers sweet chin music to Edge. Cover, 1, 2, no! Edge kicks out. Michaels lands his comeback sequence successfully, and he manages to get Edge up, but is countered into an Impaler DDT. Edge quickly follows it up with a spear. 1, 2, Shawn kicks out. Edge fires up and hits his comeback sequence and drops HBK with another Impaler DDT. Cover, 1, 2, 3. Edge and the Big Show build momentum towards Armageddon with a victory over 2 of their opponents at the pay-per-view.
So huge victory there for Edge and Big Show. Edge pinning the former champion Shawn Michaels.
I know. Huge implications. I'm sure Edge is going to have a huge chip on his shoulder heading into Armageddon. Maybe next week we could try to temper that a little bit.
Okay.
But we still have the main event of SmackDown, which involves the other 2 members of that 6-man Hell in a Cell match. I'm talking about Chris Jericho and the WWE Champion himself, Booker T. So without any further ado, let's head to the ring. And here he is, the WWE Champion, Booker T.
Houston, Texas, weighing in at 251 pounds, the
Love the pirate
WWE
from Booker T's
Champion,
ass. Always did.
King Booker.
Yeah, Booker T winning the WWE Championship for the 2nd time at Survivor Series.
2 times.
But I will say the first time he won it, it was against his opponent that he's facing tonight.
That's true. Chris Jericho, the first WWE Champion in our 2008 universe, and he held it for a very long time.
Yeah, Chris Jericho went undefeated until he set foot in the ring against this man, one-on-one. And fun fact about their rivalry, out of their 2 singles matches, Booker T has both wins.
So it does not look good for his opponent tonight, so we will see if Jericho can get even a little bit.
Well, this is his opportunity. Oh, damn it, the camera guy missed the pyro again.
We're going to talk to him about that.
We gotta work on this, guys. Come on, I'm a film, like, you should know better than that.
A multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Regardless,
from
here
Winnipeg,
comes
Manitoba, Canada,
Chris Jericho.
weighing in at 227
You know who
pounds,
doesn't care if you saw the pyro or not? Chris Jericho.
Jericho.
That's for sure.
Chris Jericho wants everyone to be reminded that last week in the giant 6-man tag team match with all of the competitors from the Armageddon Hell in a Cell, Chris Jericho's the one that got the pinfall on Booker T. He wanted me to read that. So yeah, I have a text here. I have it pulled up.
Did he call you Junior when he told you to read it?
What?
Did he call you Junior when he told you to read it?
He did, actually. It was very demeaning. I didn't appreciate it. I don't like being called Junior. I don't know who does. But regardless, all that being said, Chris Jericho, Booker T, one more time. Let's do it. Ring the bell.
And the bell has rung. Ooh. Jericho kind of stiffened him right out of the gate.
And a suplex. Beautiful.
Nice.
And now Jericho again going after Booker T. Oh, and a Michinoku driver.
Jericho is all over the champion right now, and Booker T seems to be dazed.
Booker got some good shots in that 6-man tag last week, but like I said, Jericho hit a code breaker on Booker and pinned him.
Jericho does not care for Booker T.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Booker able to reverse.
Booker's got to stay on top of Jericho. You can't let him get any offense. Nice neck breaker there from Booker T.
Perfectly executed there.
Oh!
And there's the
Nice.
WWE Champion. To the adulation of the Royally Rumbled universe. Nobody likes Chris Jericho.
No.
There's a suplex and a float over, but Jericho able to kick out.
I love that because he just makes Jericho have to think that much more.
And the champion now drops the knee and trying now to wrench the neck of Jericho.
Damn. Jericho able to fight out of it. Bulldog.
Shoots the half. Cover. One.
It's kind of a long... Jericho has a gripe there. That took not Charles Robinson a little while to get down.
It's true, it did. But Booker T's able to capitalize here. Drops Jericho with a second clothesline. Oh, and an arm drag counter from Jericho.
I think that's one of the 1004 moves he knows.
I think so. I believe that was on the list. Wait a minute. Picks the legs. Can he turn him over?
He's dead center in the middle of the ring. Booker T locked in the walls of Jericho here.
Will he tap out? Champion's got nowhere to go.
Oh, wow. The lower body power from Booker T.
Oh, but Jericho's right back on the attack. dropping Booker T with a forearm. Oh, but wait, Booker sending Jericho into the corner. Oh, misses the body splash. Now Jericho takes advantage.
Codebreaker! Out of nowhere!
What a sequence!
Lights
One,
out. 1, 2.
No! Booker T somehow gets the shoulder up. And now Jericho needs to think of what to do.
Uh-oh. Oh my God. Oh.
Jericho really wants to make Booker T tap out.
He wants to embarrass him.
Booker counters.
Whoa.
Oh, but Jericho kicks out. On the apron here. Booker T hooks him. Suplex brings him back in.
Nice suplex from Booker T there.
Spine buster. And here we go. Cover. 1, 2. No, Jericho kicking out. This match has been building.
Booker T setting up. Are we going to see a scissors kick? Here we go. Booker T going the long way. Damn.
Connects.
Drops him. 1, 2, 3.
3. Booker T wins and carries a bunch of momentum into Hell in a Cell in just 2 weeks.
Huge win for Booker T. He looked great in this match. Jericho didn't look bad, but just was not able to bring it home.
So the trilogy of matches between Chris Jericho and Booker T is over in 2008. Yeah. Booker T, 3 wins to Jericho's none.
That is going to bother Jericho forever.
Yeah. But Jericho still has an opportunity because, as I said at the start of the episode, there's going to be a 6-man Hell in a Cell match with the WWE Championship on the line in the main event of Armageddon.
I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for it.
So overall, huge show. We had the women's title change hands.
Mickie James was a great women's champion. I think that she has lost the title at probably her worst moment. So we'll see if she's able to regain it in the future.
Yeah, only time will tell. And all we have is time at this point. So with time on your hands, you could always give us a follow on social media at Royally Rumbled, Twitter, Instagram, I guess Facebook if you want, but who does that anymore? But yeah, definitely follow us on all of our social channels and make sure you are subscribed right here on YouTube so that you never miss an episode.
And if you'd like to follow us individually, my name is Robert and I am on Instagram and Twitter at YesBall.
You could also find me, Jordan, on Twitter and Instagram at JL24FPS. So thank you very much for watching. We are continuing to build towards Armageddon. We have a few matches announced, but not all. And in order to stay with us, you'll have to stay tuned for the next episode. So until then, I'm Jordan.
I'm Robert.
And we'll see you on the next one in 2008.